Ni hao, Woodamin, Hishi, GoldGoggles. Well, I wonder if anybody here in China would understand what I was saying. Yes, my name is GoldGoggles, and I'm going to start this journey at the wonderful Summer Palace just north of Beijing. Since the first Qin dynasty, there have been some 250 emperors, and the last two dynasties, the Ming and the Qing, saw their emperors living in China's capital, Beijing. It's home to the Forbidden City, the Ming tombs, the Summer Palace, and this, the Temple of Heaven. Emperors were appointed by Heaven, and if they screwed up, Heaven would decide to pass the job to another, so emperors used to come here to explain themselves. But it's not just praying now. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, mothers stand around these stones seeking male partners for their daughters. They hold up signs with their daughter's age, height and weight. But on Sunday afternoons, it's Seniors' Day, dating for the over 60s. And today just happens to be a Sunday. Well, some ladies trying to keep warm and they're a happy chap here. Scooters are really popular in China, and it's this cold winter weather that means I have to take some clever ways of keeping warm. To escape the cold, I'm heading into the subway. The underground network is vast, 29 lines, 500 stations. Just work out your route, check the direction, then wait for your train to turn up. And once you're on board, look up, follow the flashing lights to your stop. Simple. Above ground, distances are just as huge. This walkway stretches right through Beijing's centre, built for the 2008 Olympic Games. And here, the iconic Bird's Nest Stadium. One thing I quickly realised in China, you're always being watched. Cameras are everywhere. They're all using facial recognition, and they're all linking into a central network. Some might find it an intrusion, but whatever your views, there is no crime and it feels incredibly safe. Few people I meet speak English, so when you see something really unusual, it can be tough to work it out. Apparently people board up their car wheels to stop dogs peeing on them. It corrodes the wheels. Now, along with the cameras, people are expected to contribute to society. Clearing up dog mess, exercising, recycling, and just being civilised, although this is a bit too graphic for me. Even in my cheap hotel room I was given a toothbrush, a comb and a smoke hood, along with a ceiling projector and a very wonky screen, so I decided to take in a show. Man stands on some chairs, some strange hat sequence going on, more chairs, 10 women on a bicycle, and so it ends. It's time for me to head out of town. And just a couple of hours drive out of Beijing, I've come here to the Great Wall of China. It's a must-see on anybody's travel guide to China. Now this section of the wall has been renovated, but it's still quite a slog to get from one watchtower to the next. And it's not just the big cities that are protected by walls, this is Pingyao, where China's banking system first started. No cars, so you'll have to walk everywhere. And I set out along the windy wall, looking over Pingyao's flat roofs. I've seen so few Westerners or Europeans, and nobody speaks English. Any tourists are mainly Chinese. These jars are full of vinegar, but identical jars are used for alcohol. And while Chinese love their pet dogs, not everything is what it seems. There's no one religion in China. Ancient folk beliefs, Buddhism and Taoism all blend together. And in the ancient capital of Xi'an, a temple caught my eye. This monk walked from Xi'an to India. He picked up some scriptures, loaded them on a horse and walked back. It took him 17 years and he sat here translating them into Chinese. And then he died. Just a nice story. And a mile away is the burial place of Emperor Qin Shi Huang. After centuries of war, he was the first emperor to unite all of China, and to protect him in the afterlife, this entire army of soldiers were buried in pits around his mausoleum. The smallest of the figures would be my height, but despite being hollow, each would weigh 200 to 300 kilos. Each soldier had a unique face, and rumour has it that the creators would work in pairs, copying each other's faces. So far, just 3 pits have been uncovered, revealing 7,000 soldiers and hundreds of horses and chariots. But there could be hundreds of undiscovered pits fanning all around the burial chamber. Simply incredible. Back in Xi'an, it's time for lunch. So what better do than get dressed up, smash some potatoes, grab some food on a stick or in a bowl before it's all gone, then head for the alcohol, not vinegar this time, and perform a very strange ceremony by downing a saucer of booze, then smashing the sauce while the man bangs a gong. And the next. And why not get the kids involved too? It's time for some Chinese dancing. Now, having travelled in the Soviet Union in the 80s, I'd seen communist life as grey, miserable and poor, but it's not like that here. It's a lovely feeling, safe and happy. Everywhere I visited, ladies have been dressed in traditional costume, and this is where they come to rent their outfits. Then once they're made up, they hit the streets, and by night they swarm to the bright lights. Every town has a bell tower and a drum tower. They work like the city's clock. When the bell dongs at sunrise, it's time to get up to go to work. And when the drum sound at dusk hits you, it's time to stop work. And Xi'an's bell tower makes the ideal backdrop. With a few props, parasol, crunchy sugar balls. Well, tomorrow I head south for episode 2 of my China Chronicles.